In this video, I'm going to show you something super obvious with building with the EMT conduit, and you're probably thinking, yeah, that's what EMT conduit is meant to be used for, and that's the idea of running something through EMT conduit. I mean, EMT conduit is used not for building DIY projects usually. It's made for commercial applications, running wires through buildings and everything. That's what it's made for. We've kind of taken that because it's a great tube, and we've combined it with the connectors that we manufacture for building with EMT conduit, and people use it to build desks and greenhouses and all kinds of awesome stuff, as we've seen from the community. So oftentimes we think about it solely for that purpose, just building steel frames, because that's what we do every day. But recently, a builder shared their project, which is basically making a bird feeder stand, kind of like this. They just had a hook and their bird feeder hanging off of this so they could actually use this cable to adjust it. And it got us thinking, well, yeah, that's kind of what EMT conduit is meant to be used for. So why not do that in more builds? So I wanted to highlight it. I know this is kind of an obvious thing, but I thought it would be useful for you guys and wanted to just highlight a couple ways we've seen members of the community utilize EMT conduit for that function. And so that's one of them, which is just running like a cable like this, a steel cable through for different things, you know, if you're doing something adjustable or if you need a mounting point for something. And then you'll see down here that it's coming out of one of our connectors, which is what that builder did for their birdhouse. You can just kind of utilize the clamp nature and then just run the cable out of it. We've also seen people just drill a hole for an entry point in their EMT conduit to add it through. You can do that, and you know, you could just run it through the open end like I have it here. And we've talked about this before whenever we talked about flat packing projects, and we use some of this elastic cable or rope to be able to make it easy to flat pack. And essentially this would just go through the EMT conduit and then attach, and then you could pop it loose. And as you can see, you could easily flat pack and keep all your conduit together. We've also seen members of the community actually use this for running wires through EMT conduit in their project. We had a builder named Jeff who essentially got some of these spotlights, ran that through the EMT conduit, and then just made this little spotlight here on the end with the EMT conduit and the cables running through it. And it, you know, it looks really sleek. We've seen a few builds where people have incorporated electrical outlets, electrical switches inside their projects, and actually utilizing EMT conduit for what it's made for, and combining that with the connectors that we manufacture and make really cool stuff. And it's just a really awesome idea, I think. Of course, it's an obvious one, but I think it's really useful, and I can't wait to see more people use it in their builds. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.